Most people believe humanity is limited by intelligence, or by technology, or by access to knowledge. That's comforting, because it means the problem is external. But if that were true, we wouldn't be here. As a species, we've built machines that can explore the universe, map the brain, and question reality itself. And yet most humans never question anything at all. That's not a technology problem. It's an autopilot problem. Autopilot isn't stupidity, it isn't laziness, and it isn't a personal failure. It's a biological default. The human brain evolved to conserve energy, avoid uncertainty, and protect social belonging. Thinking deeply costs energy. Questioning threatens certainty. And curiosity can isolate you. So the mind learns shortcuts, assumptions, habits, inherited beliefs. Autopilot keeps you functional. It keeps you safe. It just doesn't help you understand much. Most people never choose autopilot. It's installed. Picture a classroom, rows of desks, a worksheet with blanks already decided. The goal isn't to question the form, it's to fill it out correctly. You learn early that asking why slows things down. That certainty is rewarded. That deviation has a cost. By adulthood, questioning no longer feels like exploration. It feels like risk. So most people stop. Not because they're incapable, but because the habit has already set. This is where autopilot becomes invisible. People say things like, "I'm not a science person. I'm bad with money. That's too complicated for me." But complexity isn't the real barrier. Discomfort is. Thinking deeply threatens identity. It threatens what you already believe about yourself and the world. So the mind protects itself. Autopilot doesn't look like ignorance, it looks like a browser tab left open, a note saved for later, a quiet promise. I'll look into that someday. And then, nothing. That isn't a lack of intelligence, it's avoidance. At its best, science doesn't dismiss anomalies, it studies them, not because they're comfortable, but because reality doesn't negotiate. Historically, progress came from people willing to sit with data that didn't fit, data that threatened models, reputations, and careers. But institutions don't operate like curious minds. They operate like systems. They optimize for funding, for legitimacy, for stability. So entire domains of inquiry become quietly fenced off, not because they've been fully resolved, but because pursuing them is costly. That isn't a conspiracy. It's incentive structures doing what they always do. This is why institutional authority is eroding. Universities, governments, journals, their influence didn't decline because people became irrational. It declined because trust did. People no longer care who says something. They care whether it's coherent, whether it can be followed, whether it holds up. That shift is subtle, and it doesn't reverse. For the first time in history, individuals have access to tools that once required institutions. AI isn't wise, it doesn't understand meaning, and it certainly doesn't replace human judgment. But it isn't afraid either. It doesn't protect identity. It doesn't avoid taboo. It doesn't get uncomfortable when questions linger. It can sit with uncertainty longer than most humans ever do, which means the bottleneck is no longer access to information. It's willingness. It's courage. Humanity isn't stuck because it can't think. It's stuck because most people never choose to. Autopilot keeps you safe. It keeps life predictable. And it quietly runs decades without interruption. Very few people ever turn it off, even briefly. And fewer still notice what it costs them not to.